good morning there. You're watching QTV This Morning, and I am Jaina Basonko, joined by my co-host here, Ibrahim Abalde, as well as our newspaper review guest, Adi Durami. Thank you for joining us, gentlemen. It's end of week.
End of the week. Can you imagine? Thursday already. I mean,
can't
people might be wondering, what do they mean end of the week? In case somebody's watching for the first time, there's no This Morning on a Friday.
Yeah. But the moment tomorrow is Friday, it's weekend. I'm getting weekend vibes right now.
Weekend starts now.
Weekend vibes.
It's our Friday. Thursday is the Friday.
But this is so quick, you guys.
It's here
Yeah,
already.
it's Friday for us.
It's flown by.
Oh my God.
You know, I said it the other time. I mean, I think days are going by very quickly.
Very quickly.
You know, Monday, and here is
Oh,
Thursday.
Monday was just the...
And for those of us who've been watching the World Cup, because there are 4 games every day, you watch 2 or 3 games if you can, and then before you know it,
yeah, exactly. That's a very
another
good.
day.
That's a very good way of
It's
killing
so
your
quick.
time.
Yeah.
You know, when I was when I was much smaller.
Yeah.
If I fast like the holy month of Ramadan,
Yes.
I spend my whole time in the video club. You understand?
Okay.
From morning till evening. Before I leave, it's already 6 p.m.
And then the day goes by.
But that was when I was a very small boy.
So that was
I
like
mean,
last year.
15, when I was
Oh,
around
okay.
15.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, so moving on. Anyway, I love my skin right now.
What is that baby look? I mean,
Self-love.
you look
Self-love. Skin looking good. Skin looking good. Okay. Whatever.
Skin looking bad. Skin looking bad.
No,
Is
I
that
mean,
we- that's what we say.
you know
That's
why
what we
we
should
men,
say.
we have, like us men, we have better skin.
Yeah.
It's because we don't apply all these chemicals. you
No,
know.
it's not because of
We-
that.
we-
It's
we are-
because hormones. It's because of hormonal things that you guys don't get that we get. Because, for example, if a
Well-
woman is about to see their period, you get pimples. Like if I'm about to
No,
see my
not-
period, I
it
have
doesn't
pimples.
apply to all.
No, we
I
don't.
mean,
But majority
each and
of
every
women-
person, you have your own way of
Yeah,
saying
but
it.
majority of women get few pimples here and there when their period is about to
But,
come.
Come on, baby.
So
you
hormonal-
you must know I know these things. I mean, you know,
Whatever.
I have a woman
Hormonal
at home.
stuff, like just contribute.
You know?
But you know, we have a packed program. The African Proverb up next. Newspaper review. Our guest is already here, and on social issues we'll be talking about driving license related matters. And on Community Watch, we'll be joined by Lamin Mane, a disabled activist, who will be talking to us about a wheelchair donation as person with special need. And the GCCI Awards is upon us
Yes.
once again,
Well,
and we'll be
almost.
joined by Kebanjai, member GCCI Advisory Council, to come and talk to us about everything about the GCCI Awards. And good luck to the nominees, if there are any.
I will be paying particular attention to the driving license
Yeah.
matter, and I hope everyone else will.
Yeah.
I'll be watching the whole show with avid interest, but
Yeah.
that one definitely
Special
has
interest.
got my special attention. Yes.
All right. And sports world, Mamadou Gajaga, like I said the last time, you'll be seeing him more often because the World Cup.
World Cup is here.
You'll be seeing him often, yeah, because the World Cup is here. I'm looking
And
for.
as we kick off
Yeah.
this program, Switzerland have just kicked off against Cameroon. So we hope
Oh.
we hope Cameroon have scored already, but hey, who
Let's
knows?
see what happens. And on
Okay.
Click also, as usual, we will get to dilute everything with some form of entertainment. So what is our African proverb? Show us our African proverb.
Yes, the African.
So the African proverb is, a wise man fills his brain before emptying his mouth. A wise man fills his brain before emptying his mouth.
His mouth.
His mouth.
I used to have a manager who used to say, if you said something stupid in the office, he wouldn't say, you said something stupid. He would just say, you didn't engage your brain before you said that, did you?
Yeah.
And this kind of reminds me of that guy.
Yeah.
You know, people should kind of think before they speak,
Yeah.
but oftentimes they don't. And of course, sometimes once it's out there, you can't swallow it back.
Yeah.
It's done and the damage is done. I think it's a fairly straightforward one.
Yeah.
You know, fill your brain before you,
You know,
empty
we
your mouth.
have 2 types of people. I mean,
Only 2?
yes, 2
Oh.
types of people.
Okay.
Hey.
Those that talk,
Yes.
then later they think,
Yes.
and those that think before they talk.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And most of the time, you know, the problem with people who do actions or who talk before they think,
Yes.
I mean, they find themselves in hot water all the time.
Yes, I mean, and these days, what tends to happen is that because a lot of us are on social media, or we use these various platforms. So, for example, on WhatsApp groups, the guys who talk, and as if they don't have another job in the world except for posting on WhatsApp, they start complaining. Oh, there are some members of these groups who never comment. Right?
But
so
how can you force people?
You can't
to
force people to comment.
They don't have something to comment
they don't
about.
have anything to comment on. You're commenting on rubbish, and these guys are just reading stuff. You know, but you can. And they say, admin, can you remove these people who don't comment? Like, behave. You know, it's not their job. You know, but yeah, and for me, those are the kind of people who don't fill their brains before they open their mouths. Although these days they do it on, you know, with their fingers on a keypad. But yeah.
So I think generally, whatever the case might be, just make sure when you open your mouth, you think carefully and try to compare the benefits of your silence to speaking out. If you know it's better to be silent because you do not have something substantial to say, better to be silent and listen and learn than to just, you know, come out and speak out about something that you're not actually sure about. And that is why sometimes, Mr. Ade, I'm not interested in political debates in this country, like political debates among electorates, because most of the time, you know, it's not backed by solid arguments most of the time. You know, it's just some... I want to see us having conversations as electorates on policies and things that are achievable that matter. But
you're talking about when the candidates debate.
No, not the candidates, but electorates.
The electorates. So the voters.
The voters. Most
sort
of the
of
time.
phoning into programs and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I want you to ask about things. Ask about finance. You know, ask about social issues, but not personal things. You know. So most of the time, even when it comes to politics, we have to make sure we get the ideas right to be able to say what's right at the end of the day.
Well, I think, Janaba, you've made a very genuine point. Right?
Yes.
I mean, the reason why people are finding themselves in such a trouble when it comes to the political environment of our country, it's because we don't debate on genuine things. I mean, we don't argue on things that matters. I mean, we argue on political issues based on tribalism and other things that are not very important.
Listen, I'm smiling because you say we, meaning the Gambia. Take America, which calls itself the greatest nation in the world. People are arguing on pure stupidity.
Baseless.
And they're voting on pure nonsense.
Baseless.
You know, people take positions and they take, you know, I'm a Democrat, I'm a Republican, and then, you know, if Donald Trump, for example, and all those who follow him, if he said today, you know, the moon is green and it's made out of cheese, they'll all trumpet it. They'll all start saying that. You know, so it's not just here that people aren't. And this is a country that they're supposed to be well informed, and yet they're voting on stupidity and rubbish. And people are taking sides and taking positions based on the most ridiculous. Up till now, as in yesterday, I just read an article about the number of senators who are Republicans who still believe that Donald Trump won the last presidential election. Yesterday.
It's a problem. But anyway, gentlemen, we will move away from that. But I think that's a solid point, that issues of, you know, political beliefs and surrounding ideologies around a particular individual is not just in Gambia, but I think it's a general problem.
Worldwide.
Yeah, worldwide issue. And then I don't know how to solve it. Honestly, I don't know.
Because you can't even say it's education.
Education, because they're educated and stuff. So help us God. That's all I can say right now. So let's go for a short commercial break. And when we come back, we'll head right on to having a discussion on current affairs. We'll be right back. Welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV This Morning, and I am Jana Posonko. Yeah, so to start with, tomorrow the Ministry of Trade and Regional Integration will stage the second edition of their job fair. So the job fair is actually where they bring in employers together, persons to help young people to write CVs and understand their career paths. And I think it's an amazing opportunity because young people who actually attend will have the opportunity to get employment from there and internship opportunities as well.
Sure. It's, you know, I find this interesting and amazing in the sense that, you know, I went to England in 1970. In 1970,
Yeah.
every secondary school in England had what they call a careers advisor.
Oh wow.
1970.
Oh my God.
That person's job
Now
was
I don't want to look at
teach you
you.
how do you get into university, how do you write a CV, all of those things in 1970.
Oh my God.
2022. we're
Are you
talking
for
about.
real? Like, Mr. Ade, are you making this up?
No, come on. Anybody watching this knows it's a fact.
Oh my God.
You know, that is so embedded there that it's just what happens. You know, and when you go to colleges or universities, the same happens. You have people, because people take all sorts of courses. They might take a degree in this, that, or the other. Okay, you're taking the degree, but what is your career path when you get to the end of the degree course that you're doing? You have people who guide, you know, they're called career guidance officers, and it's standard. And you know, amongst the things they help people write these days are CVs. And some of them, unfortunately, they're very good at their job. People write the most fantastic CVs, and then when you interview them or you put them to a practical test, they don't measure up.
And actually, CVs are just templates that you can simply download online and just fill it in. But it's amazing how you say in 1970, because this is this job. This is the second edition of this particular job fair, and you can see the excitement from young people. True, when I look at my contacts, everybody has it on their status. So I'm like, they're so excited about it, and this is something, if it happens often, it's something that, you know, they will
It's to be welcomed.
really welcome it. And I'm really happy to be associated with it, because I'll be moderating the opening ceremony tomorrow. So, and I know the turnout will be amazing. 1970, wow.
Well, for me,
No, it's overdue, but it's welcome.
For me, it's not only you know, conducting the job fair, but also the benefits that these people are going to gain from this. You know, let it not just be a gathering whereby people will come gather, enjoy themselves, and go home.
I don't think.
At the end of the time, what are they going to benefit from it? So I think it's important for people to know. I mean, this is the second edition, right?
Yes.
Yes. If this is the second edition, I think we need to go back to our records and look at how did the first edition go. I mean, what have they achieved? Yes. So I think it's important, but it's a good one. It's a good initiative.
And also, this is something where something must be achieved, because it's not like a it's not a funds fair or something, because they have several stalls for employments, stalls for internships, as well as CVs and just career guidance. So I think really it's something that will move, and the fact that they're doing it in different municipalities. It was in Bikama the last time. This time KMC, because Mayor Tali Bensouda will be there. So the fact that it's also decentralized, I think that is also an amazing thing.
No, it's fantastic, and as I said, it's overdue. It's welcome, and you know what I would like to see is the diversity and variety. So that, you know, people are not told when you get there, oh, you know, you're a woman and you want to do this, and like, oh, that's a job for men. I hope that doesn't happen, and I sincerely hope it doesn't happen. And so that is also something that we need to watch, that we need to monitor, and but it's something that can be very beneficial, and I welcome it, absolutely.
Exactly. Although we did not have this from 1970.
You know,
what do we have, Jay?
Yeah, and also, you know, I'm just going to take this back. I think it's a good conversation that we're supposed to have, which, you know, we saw how the Gambia participates, trained National Assembly members on the budget review. You know, on a retreat, but
3 days.
3 days retreat, and the fact that 60% of this current parliament are new, you know, it's going to be a bit challenging, because they need to be taken through like from scratch. 40% have been there. So I spoke to Honorable Alajimbo, who is the National Assembly for Upper Salom, and he, you know, is talking about how attentive these individuals need to be. That takes us back to when you're electing your parliamentarian, they need to consider education, no matter what. We are saying, oh, it's not education, but on the other hand, whatever, you can run around, but you come back to it at the end of the day.
And I've not been shy about my criticisms when we did the last elections. I mean, some of the people we spoke to didn't seem to have a clue about what they were going to do once they got to the National Assembly, if they got there.
I'm telling you.
And I was thinking, these are the people who are going to have the country's reins in their hands.
Budgets.
And yet, as you say, education does matter, because something like the budget, you need to understand the nooks and crannies. There are nuances to the budget.
The language is very important.
And you know, you see a sheet and it mentions certain, for education, for health, for the military.
You don't even get it.
You have to break it down. And you know, so the retreat, 3 days, for me, it needs to be on.
But at least
but it's good.
They understood something.
Yeah.
And then we have to, you know, as a country, if we want to move, let's be honest, Mr. Like this issue of, education doesn't matter, it actually pisses me off. Because
language. Anyway,
sorry, like it gets me mad, because the reason is because whatever the case, you need, the education is needed.
It's, you know, I could mention Cape Verde, but I won't. But it's needed.
It's needed. So why are we making excuses for it?
No. I have no time for people who either they denigrate education or they say education is not important. If you are serious as a country, you have to be serious about education. You have to put funds into education. You have to put resources into education. It is the only thing that is going to take us forward and you know, upwards. It is the only thing that is guaranteed.
You've mentioned something important about the National Assembly members. I mean, at least getting maybe to a certain stage, I mean, to understand the language in the National Assembly. I mean, our official in the National Assembly, it's English, official language. So I think these are very important. Don't you think there should be a criteria before we select National Assembly members, before we elect them into office? There should
we go again.
There should be a certain criteria, a certain qualification. But I think in the Gambia, if you are able to read and write, I think you are good to go.
And if you are particularly popular in a particular area, you will get elected. And you know, we need to be honest with ourselves. The parties that choose these people also need to be cognizant of the fact that if we choose this person and they get elected, they're going to be a representative in the National Assembly. There are some difficult, some complex matters that they have to discuss, that they have to decide upon. They have to have a certain level of education to do that. And you know, because some things are quite complex. Not everything is straightforward, black and white. And so, you know, the parties themselves need to look at themselves and say, okay, we're choosing you because we think you can deliver once you get there. But
sadly, the most qualified ones won't win.
At the end of the day.
They won't win. I mean, even if you know they are the ones who can handle the job.
And also sometimes the most qualified actually don't put themselves forward. The people who ended up getting elected are those who are, they're pushy, they're extrovert, they always, you know, pushing themselves forward. It doesn't mean they're the best. The best might be somebody who's quiet and reticent about coming forward, and because of that, they don't get a chance.
Moving on, like I said, it's a current affairs discussion.
Sure.
You know, moving away from newspapers and all. Let's talk about transitional justice, gentlemen. Like we're still in the process, no matter what. We saw the draft constitution. Conversations are still on about how is it going to be brought back. You know,
I mean, transitional justice is something that, in a sense, doesn't end. I mean, the people in Rwanda have shown us that, you know, their war, the genocide was a long time ago, and yet they've not said, oh well, you know, the genocide is over, let's stop. The transitional process carries on. It's not, you don't have a date and say, oh, by the end of this date, transitional justice ends, and then we move on to something else. It's an ongoing process. And I think in Gambia, we have to learn that. I mean, because I speak to people and I get a lot of impatience about people saying, why isn't this happening? Well, in Rwanda, their own version of the TRRC, which ended over 20 years ago, they've kept it open because what they've done is they monitor to make sure that certain recommendations are fulfilled, and certain things like even how they teach the subject in schools is part of what they do, and that's part of what we have to do here. We can't be impatient and say, oh, you know, why isn't this happening? Well,
I think Aniket setting up the memory house, I think that is amazing. Have you been to the memory house?
I've not, yes.
I think you should go see it because it's amazing. You know, I think just that is a good thing. At least kids can use it as some for when they have to go for excursions and all of that. They can simply
They do need that. And in Rwanda, they have the Genocide Museum.
So
and
it's
for
the same
some people
thing.
find it shocking because you step in there and there's skulls, human skulls, staring at you. but they want people to be shocked by
Yeah,
it and
yeah.
revulsed and disgusted by it.
Yeah.
And that's when you see that, that's when you think never again.
Well,
Never
yes,
again, yeah.
these
And
are
it's the
exactly.
same over there
Exactly.
because you see persons' wallets, you know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
wallets, belts,
Yeah.
you know,
Of people who were killed. And
pens, everything, clothes,
Yeah.
people who were killed,
Even there, but
you know, all of that displayed. I think the memory house is
the reason I think
amazing.
why they have those things, it's to at least maintain that slogan you mentioned.
yes.
Never again. because-
And in fact, I always try not to refer to it as a slogan, because you know, slogan is what, you know, political parties have. It has to be something that people live up to and try and enforce, and you know, because we always talk about, we come up with all these policies and,
Yeah.
and we don't implement. And for me, I don't want it to just to be a slogan.
don't.
It has to be something that we live up to. And
The
say-
never
and
again.
we have to mean never again, not just keep saying it.
Well,
Yeah.
the transitional justice process, I mean, many people are expecting something, you know, should be done quickly,
Yeah.
as you mentioned. It's not an easy thing to achieve maybe
In a day.
year or
Yeah,
two.
like Mr. Ade said, it takes a
maybe
process.
we won't even witness, I mean, the whole
I'm not
process.
looking.
Maybe,
I wanna.
maybe
Ibrahima,
our
please,
maybe our
it's
kids,
too early for
grandchildren.
this.
These are the people who
I
are going
told
to
him
witness all
every
these things.
morning he'll be talking about, oh, if you don't make it, we will make it.
Well, that's
Calm
life.
down.
We will.
That's life, but we will.
That's life.
We are
Inshallah.
praying
So
together.
I'm just trying.
We will ensure.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
You know how slow these things can be.
But Ibrahima, you will live to 80.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
I pray to live more than 80.
Yeah, but no matter what, I'm sure you will live to 80.
I pray to live
pray to
more
God.
than 80, Mr.
Yeah,
Ade.
you will live to
Inshallah.
95. So whatever the case, you will be here to see us, you know, discussing this again, inshallah. And I'll call you in Cape Verde,
Yeah.
relaxing, and you'll be wherever of your dream country, and you'll be like, oh, I'm here
I'll
relaxing.
be in Kenya.
You'll be in Basse farming. You'll be in Basse farming.
I love Kenya.
Mr. Ade, thank you so much for joining us on the program. We'll
was a
go for a
pleasure.
short break, and when we come back, we'll be joined by Lamin Mane, who's here to talk to us about a wheelchair donation drive. We'll be right back.
World Cup is here. Enjoy the beautiful game of football with our Samsung Smart TV. Enjoy a massive discount on any Samsung TV purchased. We have sizes ranging from 32 to 85 inches, packed with an ever-evolving variety of content and features. The Samsung Smart TV also provides your favorite video on-demand services such as Netflix, Amazon, YouTube, music streaming services, and even various games and sports content to enjoy as you please. For more information, call us on 333 217, on WhatsApp 350-555-5, or visit our brand shops at the ground floor of QCell building or at the Bruceby turntable. This promo lasts till 30th December. As the fastest growing GSM company in the Gambia, QCell has the widest 4G plus coverage in the country, 3 times faster internet speed than our competitors. So switch now and dial *335# and enjoy what true 4G feels like. QCell, the Gambia's trusted network.
QCell, GSM company minna yirwa tariata Gambia Bankoka. QCell la 4G plus network o ye banko bela mura. Andung ala internet o tariata sidula saba katambi nyongol la. Saung sahin, yesta 335# kumandi. Yadati kemuna fang 4G sobe wala. QCell, Gambia la network lanna yaringo.
QCell woni GSM company ɓurɗon janɗude ko leydi Gambia ɗo e QCell 4G plus coverage on ɓuri yawude laaɓi tati ɓe wone poɗodirde ɓen. Waɗu dial *335# fi wawa nafitorade ko woni 4G. QCell network ɓuraɗo holorede ko leydi Gambia.
Your favorite QCell service has gotten bigger. eFunkanta. Now you can loan bigger credit amounts to make life easier for you. Loan $75 and $100 and pay later. Yes, you heard me right. Get credit loan from $10 to $100 using eFunkanta by dialing *393#. Anytime you run out of credit, whether you want to buy Q Power, browse the internet, make urgent calls, or send SMS. eFunkanta is the service for you. Dial *393# and choose the loan amount of your choice with no hassle. For more information, call our customer care on 1.
Welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning, and I am Jenna Bosonko. So now moving on, Ibrahima, on Community Watch, we're joined by activist Lamin Mane, and we'll be talking about a wheelchair donation drive. And I don't think this is the first time he's been on, or well, he's been on QTV several times talking about a lot of issues that has to do with persons with special needs. Welcome back to the program, Mr. Mane. Thank you so much for joining us once again on QTV.
Thank you so much. Good morning to everybody.
Yes. So quickly take us through the wheelchair donation drive that you're working on.
Yes, thank you so much. First of all, I thank the CEO of QTV and the entire staff and management of both TV and radio.
Right.
And also I thank Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for giving me an opportunity to come on this program. And then I also thank Mrs. Thomas and her family.
Yeah.
The owner of the provider of Hot FM.
Yeah.
All this thing comes through the advocacy.
Yeah.
The advocacy that I was given by them.
And it's amazing, honestly.
2 hours at a time, free of charge.
Yeah.
To say more light about the persons with disability.
Right.
Because we believe disability is not inability.
Right.
I produced 2 documentaries this month, the early part of November and the later part of October. It's on circulations on Facebook and YouTube and everywhere. It's about disability is not inability.
Right.
And that I believe it. Because I was born normal, and by age of 11 years, in 60s, I became a polio victim.
Oh.
So it can happen to anybody. And now the trend of being a disabled person is increasing.
Right.
It's in fact alarming. You will look at the car accident, you talk about diabetes and others. So it's rampant now. God forbid. We need to do something, all as general, to come together collectively to do something about it.
Right.
Otherwise, a generation yet to be born, it will be increased more.
Yeah.
To cut the story short, come to the wheelchair donation. As an activist and as a politician, because I'm fighting tooth and nail to make sure that there's equality, there's justice in any aspect of life, particularly the vulnerable ones, persons with disabilities.
Right.
And so this is why I enter into politics, to see how best we can have a seat, a permanent seat in the parliament, to talk about their plight, because if an able person stands before me talking about my issue, others might see him,
it better.
Others might see him or her as a hypocrite, but he who feels it knows it. I've been a victim, or any of my colleagues been there to talk about us. It will make a dividend. So that's what I believe. And talking about the wheelchair is a very good news that during my advocacy, 2 female called from Basi Sandu, because I used to travel a length and breadth of this country, no matter I'm physically challenged. I know provinces more than many people. So these 2 guys call that 2 female persons with disability are sat in 1 wheelchair. After 57 years of our nationhood, it has never happened in this country. Because the wheelchair has been scattered completely. To get it is very expensive, and to get it is you hardly get it. And when they call my program and appealing for support to get them out of that trouble, imagine if one is going to toilet, the other one has to sit down on the ground.
Oh my God.
So this is so terrible for me. That day I even cry. And then the cost of the wheelchair in this country right now is almost $8,000.
Wow.
A second-hand wheelchair, not brand new wheelchair. That is the one coming from the containers, these local containers. Imagine somebody, a vulnerable person on the wheelchair, a person with disability, who is living from hand to mouth. Because 75% of the persons with disability in this country are living from hand to mouth.
Right.
And then if you ask that individual to go and buy a wheelchair at the cost of 8,000, he or she might end up on the ground. But there's no way they can afford it. So when they call my program, I continue to advocate for it. I thank the media very well, including QTV. I was able to invited by Standard News and Foria and others, and they were able to share the message across the length and breadth of this country. Unfortunately, some people, individual came up to buy wheelchairs from containers and donated. Some even came with money, accompanied with me to buy wheelchairs. So through that support, we are also able to get those two women out of that trouble. But remember, we have some other person with disabilities within the upper country and the North Bank and others. I also got another information from North Bank region that three persons with disabilities are not going to school because of a constraint of wheelchair. One mother told me that she carry her son every day from home to the school at the back of it, a child of 12 years old. You know, that's difficult. And another one told me he's also taking care of the child through the bicycle, taking him to school through the bicycle. These are challenges that we are facing. I know it's not only wheelchair, because even one blind visual impaired called me last time that he's also encountering a white cane. And white cane is just $2,000 from my investigation. If you convert the money, it's just $2,000. And the braille also that the visual impaired use during the classes, it's just like a typewriter. We call it braille.
So Mr. Mane,
and this wheelchair issue, that's how it comes about. And through this advocacy, I try to see how best I can involve institutions. I wrote letters and I make a follow-up to all the institutions, so many institutions. But thank God, with the help of God and that of Social Security, they called my attention that they want to engage me.
That's good.
And then this is how we started. This is how I started with them.
So Mr. Mane, did you engage the Department for Social Welfare? Because no matter what, it's
our line ministry.
Yes.
And it's our department.
Yes.
Social welfare is so serious. It's so serious.
They are serious.
No, they are not serious.
They are not serious.
They are not serious.
As a department.
They are not committed. They are not committed. Because to be frank with you, from the First Republic, I worked with Jawara 11 years. Then Jammeh was a guard with me. But to be honest with you, from Jawara regime, they did well in the area of mobility, in the area of person with disability. Because the only rehab center we have in this country is what built by Jawara, by the late Jawara regime. It's the only rehab center in the country. Well, sustainability was a problem. But with their regime, we were having a lot of containers coming from Sweden, Uppsala, and then other part of the world. Wheelchair, you hardly scatter. In fact, we even end up supplying our neighboring country, like Senegal and Guinea-Bissau.
Amazing.
Yes, I remember, because I'm part of the process. But it come to Jammeh regime too. Yes, he once did it. He appealed. I in fact called his attention because I work with him. Then he was a guard. Then we have a good rapport. The day of the coup d'etat, I was the one mounting the communication. So with him, for me, I'm very close to him. So during his time also, I appealed to him. I told him, if you cannot get it, why not use one of the embassies? I can pioneer it. And then we go to them and appeal to them so that they can get wheelchairs. Because if you cannot do it, somebody can do it. This is the way a country can be developed.
And that works. So fast forward now.
And when I told him, he said, yes, that's a good
idea.
Currently, for me, he used me. I went to Taiwan embassy. I engaged them directly. He who feels he knows it.
So how about right now? Did you sit with the Department of Social Welfare?
Right now, we cried because we believe we all contribute to the change, a meaningful change. 2017 to date, we engaged Department of Social Welfare a lot, because when we are directly under the Ministry of Health, I goes to the minister. Imagine I leave my wheelchair on the ground, struggle to go to a large story building at Kwarangu to meet Dr. Ture, but nothing was done about it. In fact, we went up to the level that even when we go to the rehab center to repair our wheelchair, we have to buy cash power for that particular institute to run. It happened. I have evidence. I have cash power papers with me that I eliminated them as an evidence. This was during the time of Fantastica Bay as a director. I contacted Fantastica Bay. I don't know what they say. Doesn't even want to see me as an activist. So that's not the way to run a country. We believe when you forget or when you neglect somewhere and the individual factor face you, you have to be realistic to yourself and find a solution. Problem sharing is problem solving. To be honest with you, I'm an activist since Jawara regime. Because he who feels he knows it. The challenges I face during my time of going to school and even time of my employment, I don't want a generation yet to be born to face the same challenge.
Well, Jenna,
so we have to find a way.
It's a bit, disappointing that Mr. Mane you know, pointing fingers at an institution that is supposed to help them.
They're not.
That is Social Security.
No. Department of Social Welfare.
Department of Social Welfare, rather.
Yeah.
Not Social Security.
Yeah.
Social Welfare, rather. I mean, I think it's their responsibility. These are things that they should take up. You know, I understand their situation, but he said, "Who feels it knows it better."
Yeah.
You see,
you know?
General, I will tell you one thing.
Yeah.
I'm talking to the whole Gambians and non-Gambians. If they want to find a solution about persons with disability issue, generally, they have to be part and parcel of the decision-making body. They have to be part and parcel of the decision-making body, and they have to be in the forefront of it. Otherwise, nothing they can achieve. If our own minister is running away from us, Fatou Kinte is running away from us, taking a story building, I call the building a Kilimanjaro. If a minister should set an example and others to emulate. If you are given a mandate, you are running, you are as a minister. I thank His Excellency President Barrow. I thank him very well for creating a ministry that will be looking, catering for persons with disability. Because when gender, children, and social welfare, it's one of its kind in this country. So I thank Barrow for coming up with that idea. But he still lack people to support the development agenda of this country. Let him put the right people to the right place, and let him put the right place to the right hole. Kinte is not the right person to the as long as I know. Because what I'm telling you, you as a minister, you are fighting for inclusion for persons with disability. You are fighting for equal justice for persons with disability. Why should we take a building at a tune of $1 million when we cannot access that building? Since Fatou Kinte became a minister, she has never engaged people with disability. How will she know our problem?
That is noted.
How would she know our problem?
Yes. So hopefully we will have the ministry
here. Are not there for us. I mean, the particular ministry. You hardly see our permanent secretaries coming downstairs to meet. When I have a problem, I wrote a letter to a waiver. Imagine, it's only the director who came downstairs to meet me. This is unfair. As a minister, as a technocrat, as a policy maker, you have to engage the people that you are serving them.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Mane.
There's no segregated.
Yeah, that is yes.
Taking a story building as a minister at our taxpayer money, I'm a taxpayer. I've been paying taxes. When I want to access you, I cannot access you because
thank you so much, Mr. Mane, for coming on the program, and we really appreciate
Social Security.
Social Security.
I thank
government parastatal, and also just to say, Q Group as well. You know, we've engaged the federation before. We've
this
Q Group,
even not Q Group. Mohamed Jah and his father has been engaging people with disability for quite a long time. I can attest to that. His father has a charity organization. Well before the establishment of Q TV, I was part of that. The old man will call me whenever he wants to give out to the person with disability. He knows I'm engaged, I'm employed. He used me. And I thank God for what the daddy did for us. And then if Mohamed Jah came out to support, he's the first person to come out during the COVID to support persons with disability. Let us be realistic. Whoever did it, we have to say it.
That's
very important.
But whoever did it, and negatively also, I, Lamin Mane, I will never relent. All
right, thank you so much, Mr. Mane. Thank you. Like I said, the Q Group, you know, we have that, you've already said it yourself, we've had that deliberate policy to make sure that we collaborate with the Federation, and we've done few donations here and there. A lot of donations.
Even advocacy.
Exactly. Even advocacy, which we're doing today. So hopefully from this program, you will get to have donations of wheelchair and other things coming in. So what is the number that they're supposed to call? If
they can call me on 798-2500.
Oh, you have a QCell number?
I have 15 QCell numbers.
Okay, what's your QCell number?
In fact, I registered QCell until they told me I have to use my passport.
So what is 15 QCell number? So what is your QCell number?
They said I have to use my passport.
So what's the QCell?
I can no longer register.
No, just give us
only
one number.
I have 15 QCell numbers.
One number?
My number is 358-2500.
Okay.
3220-582.
Okay.
390-847. 390-8476.
Okay, we'll be here till the end of the show.
I have 15 QCell numbers.
This guy
because I believe
is having 15 QCell numbers.
I believe to contribute to government covers, Mohamed Jah should be number one. We have to patronize our own citizens. We have to move them.
Exactly.
Because whatever they have, it remains.
So what's the QCell number to call again? The main one.
My QCell number is 358-2500.
358-2500. 358-2500.
And 3908-472.
Exactly. Thank you
It's
so
40
much,
it's
Mr.
24
Mane.
hours.
24 hours. Thank you so much, Mr. Mane, for coming. We really
Thank you so much,
appreciate your
and I
time.
really appreciate it.
Exactly. So we'll go for a short break, and when we come back, we'll head right on to our discussion in relation to driver's license. We'll be joined by Yasin Gay, PRO of NRA. We'll be right back.
Biggest mobile money service in the Gambia has taken mobile banking to the next level. Now you can link your Q Money wallet with your bank account. Yes, link your Ajib or EcoBank accounts with your Q Money wallet and get instant access to your cash anytime. No need to queue at the bank anymore. Transfer funds from your bank account to your wallet or your wallet to your bank account using Q Money Bank Link is the fastest, most secure and convenient way to transfer funds between your wallet and bank account. For more information, call our customer care on 133. Q Money, Sunyu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
The World Cup is here. Enjoy the beautiful game of football with our Samsung Smart TV. Enjoy a massive discount on any Samsung TV purchased. We have sizes ranging from 32 to 85 inches, packed with an ever-evolving variety of content and features. The Samsung Smart TV also provides your favorite video on-demand services such as Netflix, Amazon, YouTube, music streaming services, and even various games and sports content to enjoy as you please. For more information, call us on 333 217, on WhatsApp 350-555-5, or visit our brand shops at the ground floor of QCell building or at the Bruceby turntable. This promo lasts till 30th December. As the fastest growing GSM company in the Gambia, QCell has the widest 4G plus coverage in the country, 3 times faster internet speed than our competitors. So switch now and dial *335# and enjoy what true 4G feels like. QCell, the Gambia's trusted network.
Welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning, and I am Diana Bosonko, joined by my amazing co-host here, Ibrahim Balde. And up next on our social issue, we'll be dealing with the demolition that is currently ongoing in relation to the OIC project. And we are joined by Yasin Gay, who is the PRO of NRA. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Jainaba.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here to talk about what is currently ongoing, which is the demolition exercise. We all know there seems to be a public outcry with regards to, property owners, having to get their fences being, bulldozed to the ground, and also not just their fences. Some have lost their, like verandas, their shops, and all that. Basically, it's about part of the OIC road project. So basically, we're looking at compensating these owners that have been affected by, their properties that have been bulldozed. So compensation will definitely be given to all of them. When I'm not the right person to say, but it will surely happen. We will definitely give them, the compensation.
I think I want to get it right there. When you say compensation will be given to all of them, who are we compensating here? Are we compensating those that have even those that are illegally encroaching on the highway?
That's a very good question. Not those that are illegally, encroaching, the right of way. It's when you look at the right of way, it's actually the demarcated portions of space that are given to both sides of the highway, and that is 40 meters. So you have certain individuals that are building or encroaching on the 40 meters. So basically, a lot of people are affected. So the ones that are illegally, encroaching are not going to be compensated.
So that's why,
and I think fairly they can't be compensated because it's not legal. But moving on, you talked about how when compensation is going to come in. You're not the right person to answer that. But don't you think, as an authority, before a demolition, things should have been made clear? Because there's enough time to do the measurements and everything to know what should be compensated to who. So how about that? Because then that makes things more complicated.
But I think compensation also depends on the level of damage.
That's what I'm saying.
You need to look.
That's what I'm saying.
Or is there a specific amount that is compensated to all this people?
No, it should depend on the damage.
It would vary depending on the damage. And also we're looking at, you know, you rightly said something about, you know, people being compensated before the demolition exercise. Okay, we do take, well, I can't say we, because we and NRA, together with our stakeholders, we actually, there was a property assessment and evaluation exercise that took place. So basically this is where you will gauge the number of people or the number of property owners that would be affected. And this was carried out. Yes, we should have compensated. We are taking full accountability that this was a flaw on our part. We should have compensated, then carry out the demolitions. Yes. You're right to say that.
But anyway, the damage has been done already. Just hopefully it's something that at least we will all learn from.
And also when you look at the right of way, it's actually a legal right given to NRA, the ministry, because this has been ongoing since the Jawara regime. So it was never enforced till what, 18 years ago? This was in 2004. So a lot of people are not aware, and given, you know, this platform, people will definitely, you know, understand what the right of way is. We'll be going out to tell them, you know, this is not the right place to have your kiosks, your garages, your verandas or whatnot. Yes, we will definitely look into that.
Is this something that you're starting now, the advocacy?
The advocacy has started a long time ago, but there's, I would say, you know, shortcomings and, you know, gaps that we should have definitely filled in.
So what are these gaps?
The gaps, I should say, is letting the public know that so-and-so, you know, going, you know, basically putting them in the picture in every stage of the way. And we should have done that. But now we're taking, like I said, we're taking full accountability, responsibility of it's more like a shortcoming. We should have, and we, you know, we're
so are you
doing
planning to do community outreaches and more programs as such?
We have. It's something that would be ongoing. Before the demolition exercise, there was a group that went out to Brufut and Kanifing East to talk to, it was an open dialogue to talk to people about what is expected, the number of properties that would be affected, and also compensation packages and all that. So this has taken place sometime back in September for 2 days, and I'm sure there would be another one and more to come.
So when, I know you said you're not the one to answer this, but that question just keeps on coming. When? Because, you know, these are people whose property have been affected. Maybe they don't have the money to construct fences again. Then they have to wait till when again? Like, that just keeps coming up. It's the main question.
It is the burning question right about now. Like I said, it would happen very soon, but to give you a specific time frame.
Well, that's the problem.
Is there a committee at least set up to say this is the compensation committee? Because at least if we see that, we'll be hopeful.
All hands are on deck, not just NRA. We have the ministry, we have Department of Lands, Physical Planning, everybody involved, OIC, everybody is involved to try and resolve the current issues now.
So where's the compensation going to come from? OIC funds or government coffers?
Definitely government,
Okay. Looking forward to that. But we'll keep pushing, just to, you know, ensure that it's fast.
I hope they won't just be silent about it, because I mean, many people are looking forward to their compensation.
Absolutely.
And it is fair to compensate them, you know, on time. Well, you can tell us the time frame.
I live in Beaufort. I have seen the extensive damage. People losing, you know, part of their houses, shops, verandas. I see it because I pass through that road, the Gamtel Road, every time going home. So I know, I feel it, because not just you know, me being an NRA employee, I understand, because I am a person that like I said, lives there, the community is affected, we have to put a human face to it as well. And we do understand compensation will be given. That I can assure you.
All right, I'd like to engage you on something, I mean, before you leave. This road bomb, I mean, are you the ones putting it on the roads, the ones on the back way?
Yes, we are, yeah.
But I think they are, I mean, I think most of the roads are having a lot, they are too much, I mean.
Right.
Don't you think you should consider putting it, you know, at certain, you know, points of the roads?
Yeah.
So the speed bumps.
The speed bumps. Yeah, I mean, it's there for a specific reason because people tend to speed within residential areas. So this is why we have to put them in place, because you have a lot of people going about, you know, embarking on journeys, and unfortunately certain things happen because we are in the lead when it comes to road safety. So this is the reason why, because what else is there to do apart from put, you know, the road speed bumps? So I mean, you've raised an important point. We'll have a look at it when I get back to the office.
I engage few people, you know, in a particular community. But some of them said, I mean, the community are the people that gathered themselves to put up speed bumps. I mean, are you in support of that?
No, we're not in support. We should be the ones to pretty much, you know, do that. That they don't have the mandate to do such.
So what are you doing to make sure those things don't happen?
Well, to be honest, it's something that you've raised, very important that you've raised. I'll take it back to you know, the managers and talk to them and see how best we can resolve that issue.
But if you see communities also coming up to do that on their own, there's a reason why communities are taking it, you know, taking the authority to do that. Then I think the best thing is to go back to those communities and be like, why are you doing this? Maybe several accidents have taken place there or something else, but most of the ones that I see are actually by NRA, and drivers do complain. But for me, as long as it's meant to prevent accidents, you can have it every few steps away. If it means saving somebody's life, that's it. You know, and it's not causing any harm to drivers and all of that. But yeah, we will follow up on this compensation. We will push actually, and you know, just to make sure it's timely, which is our job, which is what we're supposed to do. Because like you mentioned, there's a human face that's needed in front of this whole thing, because families are suffering. You know, people had to put savings together to actually put these houses together, and more sensitization on the 40 meters that you're talking about needs to be done.
Exactly.
So people know. Some people are not encouraging. They do not know, and they even acquire this thing legally. So all of those things need to be.
Someone is asking, the back streets an alternative, and it must be fixed. I mean, to at least ease the congestion on the main highway.
Oh, you mean feeder roads?
Yes. What are we doing to fix those routes?
It's part of the project, because the main highways, we already know. We all embark on these journeys. It's fully congested. So this is the reason why we are putting in, you know, certain roads to ease or decongest what is already existing right now. So we will definitely have a look at that, and we will surely come to their aid.
It's actually currently even happening, because you can see around Joshuang, the back way already they're working on it. But thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You know, don't hesitate to let us know if anything comes up and it needs to be put out there.
Absolutely.
And I'm happy about the fact that NRA's PRO is a woman. Amazing.
Thank you.
Gender bias.
It's not about that. It's about giving us the right spaces that we need to fill in. It has nothing to do with gender.
All right, no problem.
We deserve to fill in.
Oh yeah,
fill
definitely.
in.
All right.
Whatever. Thank you so much, Mrs. B, for joining us. So now we'll go for a short break, and when we come back, we'll delve into the GCCI awards. I'm happy to see the youth. Which one are you looking forward to, women or which one? I'm looking forward to Youth Award, the Youth Entrepreneurship Award. That's the one I'm looking forward to. Which one are you looking forward to?
I'm looking for the women.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Just because I pushed you to look forward to it. Let's go for a short break and we'll be right back.
QCell, GSM company minna yirwa tariata Gambia Bankoka. QCell la 4G plus network ya banko bela mura. Andung ala internet o tariata sidula saba katambi nyongol la. Saung sahin, yesta 335 has kumande. yadati kemuna fang 4G sobe on QCell Gambia la network lanna yare on
QCell woni GSM company ɓurɗon janɗude ko leydi Gambia ɗo e QCell 4G plus coverage on ɓuri yawude laaɓi tati ɓe wone poɗodirde ɓen woɗu dial star 335 # fi wawa nafittorade ko woni 4G QCell network ɓuraɗo holorede ko leydi Gambia.
Your favorite QCell service has gotten bigger. eFunkanta. Now you can loan bigger credit amounts to make life easier for you. Loan $75 and $100 and pay later. Yes, you heard me right. Get credit loan from $10 to $100 using eFunkanta by dialing star 393#. Anytime you run out of credit, whether you want to buy Q-Power, browse the internet, make urgent calls, or send SMS. eFunkanta is the service for you. Dial star 393# and choose the loan amount of your choice with no hassle. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus, the pioneers of mobile loan service in the Gambia. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
QCell company bu uppa client yu es yu koy jëfandikoo ci biir réew mi QCell am 4G plus coverage bu gën a yaatu ci biir réew mi internet bu gën a gaaw ñetti yoon naataangoom yi kon nag toxul léegi dal di dial star 335# dal di bànneexu 4G bu déggantaan QCell network Gambia bu ñu gën a wóolu.
Save up to 50% energy with the new side-by-side Samsung refrigerator. Samsung air conditioners come with HD filter and antibacterial for your protection. Save time, energy, and effort by using our washing machines, loaded with innovative features that offer superior cleaning technology. Step into the future of television with our slick and slim Samsung Smart TV designs. Sizes range from 32 to 85 inches. Smart LED, Crystal UHD Ultra High Definition, and QLED Quantum Dark LED. Get new ways of interacting with your TV. Unparalleled vision, right from the comfort of your living room. Our products are backed with 1-year warranty. Visit us at QCell Building at Caraba Avenue or at Boost Turntable. Contact us on 333-3217 or email us at info@quantumnet.gm.
Welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning. So Ibrahim, as mentioned earlier, we are now joined by members of the GCCI about to talk about the GCCI Awards, which is tomorrow, Friday, and we are joined by Mr. Keba Njai, member of the GCCI Advisory Council, as well as Olimatu Sadia Dean, Senior Business Development Officer. I'm looking forward to the event tomorrow, and like I said, I was teasing him. I said, I'm looking forward to the Youth Award and forcing him to look forward to the women's category.
Exactly.
But, you know, let's just, you know, put in a little bit of history, Mr. Njai, in relation to the GCCI Awards. You know, what successes has it registered over the years, or difference has it brought about in the businesses that have been recognized in previous years?
Thank you, Jainaba. Thank you for that very, very important question. The relevance of the dinner and the award, you know, is immeasurable. We have over the years, since its inception in 1992, and I might add that the dinner, annual dinner, has been held well before the 1992 you know, era, when we, you know, brought in the awards to recognize the, you know, players in the private sector. The awards have a significant relevance to them and to, you know, the chamber for that matter, because businesses, we felt at the time, should be given due recognition for the services that they render to the country, to their contribution to the economy, creating employment, really providing the desired services to the consuming public in the Gambia. And this was done and continues to be done on a very democratic process, where we actually look at people and companies that have definitely given out, in terms of their response to what is expected of them. Government and the private sector are partners. When the government creates the environment for the private sector to thrive, then the private sector plays its role, and we look at those that have been contributing in various sectors. And as it evolved, we have now seen the, a recognition of the young people that are coming up. I would even want to go back to that, because there was an era when you had the likes of Bayandongo Fall, Mustafa Njai, and all these other people, Pa Girigara Njai, when they took over the mantle of leadership of the chamber. Those were youths at the time. And the process continues. And recognition has been given. You will see that the first award that was given to the Businessman of the Year was given to Mustafa Njai, who was then very young. And that tells you the importance that it plays. And they have all, indicated that it gives them the due recognition, particularly when
boost.
Yes, exactly, when you deal with people that are, overseas, wanting to understand that you are credible in what you're doing. Because if you're not credible, you will not be recognized to be given an award. So that is one of the things that...
Yes. So, Mr. Njai, what should we expect this year?
A lot. I think there is new leadership in the chamber. We have a female at the helm of things.
See?
I'm sure you...
See? When there's a female at the helm of things?
Well, I mean, they said females should lead. I mean, we should give them the chance.
Yeah.
Now we are giving
and with
you
their
the chance.
creativity
We'll
and innovation.
See if they will change the narrative.
Well, the narrative has already changed.
But if you cannot change the narrative, we will take over and change the narrative.
Mr. Jai, I'm sure you know the narrative has already changed, because this time, with the preparation that I'm seeing, you will know that a woman is in charge.
Well, we can't say now.
Yeah. Can you allow my Mr.
Jai? I'll side with Jen. Because the one at the helm of leadership at the chamber is homegrown.
Yeah.
She started her career at the chamber and fresh from university, and she knows every step.
She rose through the ranks.
She rose through the ranks and meritoriously was, hired among many applicants.
Yeah.
So it wasn't given to her on a silver platter. She deserved it, and she knows the corners and everything that should be turned into making the chamber, the institution.
Amazing. So Olimatu, let's talk about, you are a senior business development officer. What are you looking for in the individuals that you'll be given the awards? What specifically is, I know there must be a criteria.
Yes, thank you very much, Jay. There are a whole lot of criteria for the various award category. Each award category has its set of criteria.
Okay, first of all, tell us the categories.
Okay, the categories we have the Young Entrepreneur of the Year, the Businesswoman, the FinTech Provider of the Year, Environmentally Friendly, Business Awards, the Business Excellence Awards, which looks at ISO 9000 Quality Management System. And aside from that, there are 3 honorary awards that will be given out, which is the Lifetime Achievement Awards, Service to Kirjula Award, and the Chief Patron to GCCI.
Amazing.
Yes.
So the youth version, what are you looking for?
For youth, we're looking at criteria such as the uniqueness and innovation of the product, the profitability, the community engagement, the use of technology in the business, and stuff like that. But for women, we're looking at how you contribute into the entrepreneurship and gender gap, as well as uniqueness. For it's like almost all the categories, the uniqueness criteria is almost always there, because that's something that distincts you from all the others. Yes, that uniqueness, innovation, not only the uniqueness, we're also looking at the growth potential, because we don't want to give an award to somebody today and tomorrow he or she gets out of business. So those are the things that we also look for. And just to clarify, it's not the GCCI that is responsible for deciding who gets the awards. There are two. There are two separate committees: the technical committee and the award council. Each of them has a process. They look at the categories, they look at the criteria, and the applicants, and ensure that the applicants follow due process. The prerequisites in terms of the financials. If you don't submit your financials, you cannot be part of the awards. You need to show that you comply with Social Security. You pay your Social Security and the taxes for the previous year. If you don't have that, those are the first things we look at. If they are not there, I'm sorry, you have to be out. Okay, once you have them, that's when now the technical will score you now based on the specific criteria. And the person that emerges with the highest score
will
out of the world,
and cash prizes. That's cash prizes. Sila man, nama buka door business dah misalnya.
Cash.
Bang man nama door business.
Of course, why not?
Prizes
you should.
So I guess come the last year, 2019 was the last time we had the awards. Like for the young and the businesswoman, the CEO of Q Group, Muhammad Jah, offered or provided some cash prizes to the winners, like 300,000, 200 for both the runner-up and the winners. And we're hoping that this year, hopefully, it will be the same. He has promised actually that that's something that he will love to continue to do. So we're looking forward to that.
He's a man of his word. I remember the dinner when you were quoting.
Exactly.
When he was giving out those, funds, he said that the award should come up with something that would enable you to improve on your business.
And I think that is a good thing.
I think it's fair that way.
Looking forward to it. So what time is the event starting tomorrow?
7 p.m. prompt.
Is that
no
what time?
Yeah,
well.
We hope.
Yes. So is the president going to grace the occasion?
The president is currently on his Meet the People tour, but he has delegated an able representative from the
right. So gates open 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. And we hope Gambians will come out that time.
It's
very important because you don't want to keep people waiting.
You don't want to do that.
It gets boring.
At the end of the day. But entertainment, any form, at least that will push some people to come.
Yes, we have 3 in line. Apart from the Kora Symphony by the Jolly Badge, we also have Barhama and Bright Stars.
And whenever you have Barhama and Bright Stars, you know what that means.
To lively up them. And I think Uncle Keba, I think you should mention that we also celebrating 30 years of awarding.
Yes.
That's something I think he needs to talk about.
Actually,
he did. He gave a rundown of the history where it started and everything.
I was coming back to that just to nail the relevance of the chamber, the relevance of the dinner, the history behind it, and in fact, we used to have 2 dinners. One was the post-budget dinner. That was when after the Minister of Finance delivered his budget speech, the chamber would have a dinner, engage government, and then discuss the inside things that are mentioned in the budget, and see how it would support or discourage operators in the private sector. Sometimes if it goes that way, that was the occasion we used to really bring it up. And then the awards, of course, dated back to so many years during the time of Sir Dawda. And I know that we used to have it at the Atlantic Hotel before then.
Nice.
Senegambia.
And then,
it
used to be.
And then Kairaba. But the 30 years of the awards started at the Kairaba Hotel.
Nice.
And that was in 1992. And since then, it's been history.
And growing every single time.
When you have young people at the chamber, they come up with their ideas, and they come up with their, recognitions to add certain things.
And we appreciate that the chamber.
One thing that the chamber also doesn't forget is those people that were there before. We are now in the era of inclusion, and I think that we're looking back at those that have contributed significantly over the years. Some of them are not with us anymore. Some of them are here. And, the reason why the chamber is giving out these awards is because you need to know where you were in order to know where you're heading.
That's true.
And as you know, President Idi Diop always says, we are where we are because we stand on the shoulders of giants.
Right.
So that's it.
And you are part of the giants as a former CEO.
I would humbly say thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we're wishing you a successful event tomorrow. And so moving away from that, we will head right onto Sports Wall. We'll be joined by Mamadou Gajaga. Like I said, it's World Cup season, so you'll be seeing more of his face. So he'll be giving us all the updates in relation to the World Cup. We'll be right back.
The biggest mobile money service in the Gambia has taken mobile banking to the next level. Now, you can link your QMoney wallet with your bank account. Yes, link your Ajib or EcoBank accounts with your QMoney wallet and get instant access to your cash anytime. No need to queue at the bank anymore. Transfer funds from your bank account to your wallet or your wallet to your bank account using QMoney Bank Link is the fastest, most secure and convenient way to transfer funds between your wallet and bank account. For more information, call our customer care on 133. QMoney, Sunyu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
The World Cup is here. Enjoy the beautiful game of football with our Samsung Smart TV. Enjoy a massive discount on any Samsung TV purchased. We have sizes ranging from 32 to 85 inches, packed with an ever-evolving variety of content and features. The Samsung Smart TV also provides your favorite video on-demand services such as Netflix, Amazon, YouTube, music streaming services, and even various games and sports content to enjoy as you please. For more information, call us on 333 217, on WhatsApp 350-555-5, or visit our branch shops at the ground floor of QCell building or at the Bruceby turntable. This promo lasts till 30th December. As the fastest growing GSM company in the Gambia, QCell has the widest 4G plus coverage in the country, 3 times faster internet speed than our competitors. So switch now and dial *335# and enjoy what true 4G feels like. QCell, the Gambia's trusted network.
Welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning. Now, Ibrahima, we'll head right onto Sports Wall. Update us in relation to what has been happening. To start with, Argentina, Saudi Arabia.
Well, that's a game we can talk about whole day because of the result. Fantastic game, and it ended up being a big shock for Argentina, one of the favorites of the competition. That's the World Cup. They lost to Saudi Arabia by 2-1, and Saudi came from behind. And, you know, it was a spectacle. And even yesterday was declared a public holiday in Saudi Arabia. That was a beautiful one. But just interesting, as you would know, if you're an African team's supporter, especially Cameroon, they are down by 1-0. And the game is still in progress in the second half. And they are playing against Switzerland. Cameroon after playing a very good first half, had some chances. But still on the World Cup updates, let's look at some of the matches which were played yesterday. Morocco played against Croatia, and Croatia were the finalists in the last World Cup against France, you remember? And Morocco were able to hold Croatia to a 0-0 draw after full 90 minutes. In the other games, Denmark played against Tunisia. Tunisia is an African team, so it means 2 African teams got a point there in their opener of the World Cup matches. The other game, which we saw a spectacular performance, almost like one-sided. Spain destroyed Costa Rica by 7-0. It's one of the the highest scoring games in the competition so far, apart from the England-Iran one, which of course England won by 6-2. But this particular game, Spain dominated from minute 1 up to the last whistle. Well, the other game that really stunned football fans around the world is Japan-Germany. Well, Japan came from behind. All their 2 goals were scored late. One of them in the 70-plus minute, and the last goal which they scored, which proved to be the winner, was absolutely a very, very deserving goal for Japan. It was a beautiful, beautiful game of football between one of the pre-tournament favorites, Germany, and Japan. That was also a shocking result.
Yes.
So quite a very interesting World Cup.
Yeah, Japan really.
Well, Gajaga, we forgot to talk about Senegal. You know, I know they played few days back, but it's important for us to talk about that game, Senegal-Holland.
Yeah. Are you pegging the whole game to Sadio Mane being absent?
Well, I didn't see that coming.
He's a big miss for Senegal, of course. He's their best player. He's an inspiration to the team. He's like the driving force of the team. Obviously, his absence is really going to be felt, and of course it's felt when they played against Holland. But I think that game Senegal played very well. They had spells where they dominated in terms of possession. They had chances where they could have scored, at least even before Holland scored, you know, their 2 goals in the last minute.
They were dominating the game.
Yeah, they had some spells in which they dominated possession. They had chances, like I said, but at the end of the day, football, sometimes it's tactics, sometimes it has to do with, you know, taking your chances. You know, Holland had 2 chances at the nick of time, that is towards the end of the game, and they took their chances very well and scored.
Yeah, and
that's why they
the
won.
last goal that came, it came at the dying minutes of the game. Almost, you know, the game came to an end and they scored. Yeah, just like yesterday, Canada played a very, very good game against Belgium, and you know, Belgium just scored 1, and that was proved to be the decider. And it was all Canada. Canada even had a penalty. Alphonso Davies, Thibaut Courtois, the Belgium goalkeeper, saved the penalty. So that's football for you.
So finally, Mamadou Kajak, before you leave, I think this deserves to be talked about. We see how Cristiano Ronaldo gets to leave Manchester United on a mutual agreement between the club and himself. And I think Manchester is up for sale.
Well, those are some of the reports that are coming from England. But talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, I think later today, his side, Portugal, he will lead them to face Ghana, 4 p.m. and that's a match we are looking forward to. But issues with Manchester United, I think both teams, you know, both parties think that that was the best thing to do as of now. So, but now concentration on the World Cup. It's Ghana versus Portugal.
I know why.
What time are they playing?
He's always running away from talking about Manchester United.
What time?
No, we're doing World Cup, so I think if you want to drag me,
what time is Ghana?
4 p.m.
4 p.m. Looking forward to that. He's a Manchester United fan, so you don't expect him to say much at the end of the day. But thank you so much, Mamadou Kajaga, for joining us on the program. Like I told the viewers, you'll be here more often throughout the World Cup.
Yes, definitely. Always giving updates, and pleasure to talk about football every time, sports in general.
All right, so we'll go for a short break, and when we come back, after all the seriousness, we will get to dilute the conversation with a click segment. We'll be right back.
QCell, GSM company minna yirwa tariata Gambia Bankoka. QCell la 4G plus network ya banko bela mura. Andung ala internet o tariata sidula saba katambi nyongola. Saung sahin, yesta 335 has kumande. Yadati kemuna fang 4G sobe wala. QCell, Gambia la network lanna yare on.
QCell woni GSM company ɓurɗon janɗude ko leydi Gambia ɗo e QCell 4G plus coverage on ɓuri yawude laaɓi tati ɓe wone poɗodirde ɓen. Waɗu dial star 335 has fi wawa nafitorade ko woni 4G. QCell network ɓuraɗo holorede ko leydi Gambia.
Your favorite QCell service has gotten bigger. eFunkanta. Now you can loan bigger credit amounts to make life easier for you. Loan $75C and $100C and pay later. Yes, you heard me right. Get credit loan from $10C to $100C using IFA Kanta by dialing *393#. Anytime you run out of credit, whether you want to buy Q-Power, browse the internet, make urgent calls, or send SMS, IFA Kanta is the service for you. Dial *393# and choose the loan amount of your choice with no hassle. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus, the pioneers of mobile loan service in the Gambia. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
QCell company bu ëppa client yu es yu koy jëfandikoo ci biir réew. QCell am 4G plus coverage bu gën a yaatu.
Welcome back from that short break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning, and I'm Jenna Bosonko Ibrahim, and now we head right on to the Click segment. Thank you so much for joining us, Churchill Balde.
Thank you very much. Greetings to everybody from wherever you are watching us from. It's your boy Churchill Balde, and this right here is the Click segment. I always say it's the juice of the program. I mean, what's a morning show without entertainment? And of course, I'm joined by a dancehall diva. She does a little bit of Afro, you know, fusion. So I'm joined by Lady Palmer, dancehall diva. How are you, Lady Palmer?
I'm fine. I'm blessed.
You're blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know where you got that from. But we'll get into that later on. So I'll allow you to introduce yourself and then talk to your fans out there.
Good morning, beautiful viewers. It's your girl, Lady Palmer. I go by the name Marie Madeleine Gomez, but my stage name is Lady Palmer. Maulun Numbus Bling, Baitin Yamanjako, Mambaran and the Bling.
Hey, anyways, let's head straight to your name. Why the name Lady Palmer in the first place?
Lady Palmer is a combination of my names because my name is Aissatou Marie Madeleine Gomez. So I try to make it short. Palmer, Princess Aisha Madeleine. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So why did you choose music?
Music is something I love, and then it's part of my blood. My grandparents were drummers in Guinea-Bissau. My uncle is an artist.
Nice.
Yeah, it is part of the family bloodline. Yeah.
So since you started your musical career, where is it from inception that your parents started supporting what you do, or you had challenges along the way?
No, it wasn't easy because my dad is this type of guy, like this this Christian that, you know, he's so devoted, and then like he's like music, if it's Satan like I don't like, she was like, no, it was a no for him.
Right.
It was a no.
Right.
My mom was trying to support, and he was like, no, you just have to let her do it because I'm not a jealousy mama me, so you cannot stop someone from doing what they like. So as time goes on, he was like, but now it's cool.
So now they're supporting what you do. So when was the time you released your first single out there?
That was after my grade 12, Party Nice.
So you mean you started music right from your school days?
Yes, when I was in junior school, I was doing gospel music with a group. So after my schooling, I decided to do solo.
You went solo?
Yeah.
So how was the reaction those days? Like, how did your peers, your friends, how did they digest the fact that you're an artist?
Yeah, they feel good about it because even during school, we had our group, like we do dance. We love this bad girl stuff. Come neck at school, nega top girl, see something like that. So it was our life anyway. So
nice.
They were cool about it.
So we'll go for a short break, watch your music video, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
It's a Congo Bongo production.
Yeah, hakuna nja kudika fool. I saw the tingle. Lady Power, Lego. Girl fire. See me born and you don't wanna play with fire, boy. Girl fire. See me born and you don't wanna play with fire, boy. Boy, you know you can't play with fire. Burn down enemies, Holy Ghost fire. Me come from far, it's time to conquer. Me true was a needy cat to your pan. Cat to your pan. Walk start with me a rapping. The band and fresh them say the Caribbean. Then steps ahead, no dara. Them copy my style, cause me bada. When me stepping on the stage, yeah, me come harder. The niggas be asking each other key color. Oh, you say, man, la, Lady Palmer. Girl fire, girl fire. See me born and you don't wanna play with fire, boy. Girl fire, girl fire. See me born and you don't wanna play with fire, boy. Boy, you know you can't play with fire. Burn down enemies, Holy Ghost fire. We come from far, it's time to conquer. Each room was a lady, can't do your part. You want me body bad like you never see nobody. See me dropping hits, head on it to somebody. Call the fire service, them can't quench my fire. Oh me, what I see you wanna play it harder. Hey boy, do my samaram. If you want messing me, them I tomorrow. Hey boy, do my samaram. If you want messing me, them I tomorrow. One time, two time, me a run. Stepping on the floor, Tim Palmer to the wall. One time, two time, me a run. Stepping on the floor, Tim Palmer to the wall. We come with fire, put on your lighter.
Welcome back from that short music video. I'm sure you people are right now blazing up the thing out there.
Of course.
Man, crazy song, man.
So what inspired this song actually?
Like I was working on my EP, so I traveled to Bissau to do the song. So I was like, it's time for the industry to know that yeah, there's someone.
I have to blaze up the fire.
I have to, yeah. So I was like, I'm coming with fire. So I'm on fire. So
yeah. And we're expecting something from you.
Oh yeah.
Let the fans know.
Oh yeah, I'm launching my EP at Manjai Park December 3rd. Be there or nowhere, cause you know.
And that reminds me, December 3rd, there's something happening on December 3rd. There's a date clash.
Oh yeah.
So how do you feel about that? Before we wrap it up.
I don't know, but man, I believe in myself, and then I believe I'm gonna do it, and then I believe my people will come out to support, and even if one person comes, I'm gonna sing for that person. Yeah.
Even if one person
comes, I'm gonna sing for that person,
nice.
And I'll make that person happy.
And let us go out there
and support.
Lady Palmer.
Yeah,
sure.
We will definitely
December 3rd,
we will support.
Let's go out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Women empowerment is a must. So Gambian willing.
Oh, Jennifer, you should be there.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there.
We'll be there to support.
No problem.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice. That was all we had for you on the Click segment. It's your boy Churchill Ballet. And over to you, Jenna Van Ballet.
All right, congratulations, Lady Palmer.
Thank
I'm
you.
looking forward to your event in
No
December.
problem.
So from that, that is all we have for you. I don't want to go. Maybe tomorrow we should have this morning. What do you say? Yes, no?
Let's see how
okay,
it goes.
see you guys on Monday. Bye.